What's up guys, Eric Psykik here, and today I want to show you guys a spawn for nights where you can make good experience, good money, and great magic level training. The spawn I'll be showing you is Stage 2 of the Hive Fortress. So I actually already have a video on the Hive surface for mages, but the Hive Fortress is a giant tower to the northeast of the Hive filled with stronger monsters than what you'll find on the surface. Mages can hunt the fortress too, but the experience isn't that great for them, and unless you want to pick up the gold, then the loot really isn't either, so I mainly think this spawn is good for knights. To get there, you obviously just have to walk to the northeast and through the entrance, but if the Hive is not in Stage 2, you won't be able to enter the fortress at all. There are 3 stages to the Hive, and opening it is worthy of its own video, so to summarize it quick, you basically have to do 200 points of tasks for the Hive between 2 server saves in order for it to advance to the next stage. Stage 2 opens the first part of the fortress, which I'll be talking about in this video, and Stage 3 opens up another section of the fortress to the northwest, as well as an underground area to the west. To check what stage the Hive is on your world, just speak to a Rockle to the north of the depot on Grey Island and say status. If he says the Hive structure to the east is open, you can access this spawn. For the supplies here, you'll want to bring health potions with you for emergencies, especially if you're around my level because the upper floors can get pretty tough. I used around 20 per hunt. Then cap the rest out on manas, which for me was around 1,000. I kept like 100 ounces free for the initial gold and other loot you get, and I had to drop vials to make room for the rest as I hunted. For your equipment, bring the best defensive set you have because like I said, the spawn can get pretty tough. I like to start my hunt right at the entrance to the fortress, and then I make my way to the staircase in the northeast corner and begin the climb. On the next few floors, I pretty much just make a beeline for the next floor and kill everything in my way. If you ever feel overwhelmed by the monsters in here, you can use the doorways between rooms as a little buffer. If you stand in them, you'll usually only have 3 monsters in front of you, and if you move back through them, you can kill the stuff one by one. There are also tons of corners you can put yourself in if you have to. So my hunt really only goes up to the 3rd floor because here you start facing Kalos and Spidruses, which I found too difficult for my level and the extra waste to kill them not really worth the loot. The Kalos do drop a lot of giant shimmering pearls and gold ingots though, so higher level knights may be able to hunt them. There's a ton of monsters on the upper floors, so if you're like a level 200, maybe you'll find it worth going to. After clearing the first room of the 3rd floor, I turn around and head downstairs, passing through the areas I didn't originally kill on my way up. When I get back to the ground floor, I clear the area to the south, the area to the west and the entrance, and then run back up to the 3rd floor for a second lap. Due to limited supplies, I can really only make one trip up the tower and about half a second trip up before I have to refill. While climbing the tower, you may find these green doors you can't pass through. If you've done 50 points worth of tasks in the War Against the Hive quest, you can purchase a special pheromone from a Rockle by saying reward that will allow you to pass through the doors for a week. Inside these rooms you'll find a hive cell that when used will give you a gooey mass, which has a rare chance of containing a 4-leaf clover and other items. With this 4-leaf clover you can tame a ladybug, so that's something you can do if you hunt here often enough and want to try your chance at one. You can grab 1 gooey mass per hive cell every week, and there's a total of 15 you can get that are scattered 1 per floor on the Stage 2 and Stage 3 towers, as well as 1 underground to the west. Alright, so my experience here was pretty good. I was getting a little over 600k an hour each hunt on green stamina, and if you're the PGing type who doesn't care about loot, you can probably make more if you only pick up rares, but you probably won't profit. And that's the great thing about this spawn, it's very profitable even though you're spamming manas, which makes it a great place to go if you're a knight like me trying to hit magic level 9 so you can shoot magic walls. My hunts only lasted 30 minutes due to cap restrictions, but I came out with 15k profit each hunt and even hit 50k twice when I got some rares. In order to profit though, you pretty much have to pick up gold, so if you hate looting, you may not like this spawn. Your looting speed is also going to affect your experience per hour because you're literally going to be killing 6 monsters at a time and having to open every body and drag all the loot out. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of looting. But if you're looking for profit, good experience, and good magic level training, then it's worth it. My knight is 138 and I have pretty high skills, and I found the spawn to be pretty difficult. I was fine killing groups of crawlers and waspoids, but once you mix spitters into the mix, you start taking a lot of damage. I usually used around 20 health potions per hunt, which for me I used ultimates just because I had them lying around. Because of this, I think I would recommend this spawn to knights 150 or higher. If you're a lower level like me with high skills, you can hunt here, but if you're not super offline trained, then I would wait for a slightly higher health pool so you might not have to use a health pot as much as I did. Another thing I tried with this spawn was hunting on defensive mode. Normally I hunt on offensive, but people have suggested I try defensive, and I realized I was hunting huge groups here and not really hunting one by one, so I gave it a shot and I think it did help a little with sparing some damage. If I was ever stuck with one monster left, I would just use Grand Ico rather than switch to offensive again. Alright guys, that's it for the Hive Fortress. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and the spawn. It's a great place to go to make some money if you're a fast looter, and there's plenty of floors for multiple people to hunt. Anyways guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.